35 people show up on my first AI webinar. Only 2 of them bought. And I still managed to walk away with $500 for 1 hour of work. That is how I made my first $500 with AI as a complete beginner. Then, of course, I did something stupid. I quit. This video is me showing you exactly what worked, the tool that I built, the post that filled the room, the Stripe link that actually collected the payment, and the lesson that cost me months. Because if you can learn from my mistake instead of making them yourself, you are already ahead of 90% of people trying to make money with AI.
Then finally heard one in Cameroon, came across the sea, found his feet on the field, became what he believed, 6'5" and a dream. They said impossible. He put on the jersey and made it unstoppable. Ha! From the classroom to the field to the boardroom floor, he carries every setback like a key to open doors. While he takes his seat.
Real quick, if you are new here, my name is Stephane Nembot, and I came to America from Cameroon in 2008 with nothing. I played in the NFL as an offensive lineman until an injury ended that career, or that dream, or should I say a short career, right? 3 years. And now I'm actually building my comeback with AI. And I am documenting every single step on this channel. That is the deal here. Real numbers, real failure, real comeback. And here's the crazy part. The thing I sold, it took me about 1 weekend, should I say, Saturday and Sunday. It took me about 1 weekend to build, and I did not write a single line of code. So what exactly was it? Everybody kept telling me, oh, you need to learn coding, you need to learn before you can make money with AI. The thing is, that is actually a wrong narrative. I built something called a GPT agent. I don't know if you guys remember that because it was a big thing, a GPT agent when it first came out. A custom version of a chat GPT that does one job really, really well. And the job I gave mine was this: writing video and art scene. It was writing video art scene. Think about a restaurant owner. She wants to run ad on Facebook for her own restaurant. What does she normally do? She pays somebody to come and film. She needs a camera crew, an editor, hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars every single time she needs to run the ad. My agent came and flipped that. She typed in what she is selling, the people she is trying to reach. The agent generated the whole scene for her. The setting, the lighting, the person, the product on screen, even a funny angle to make the actual art pop. Stuff she will have needed to have like a creative director to think of. Then she copied that scenes that the AI generated. She pasted it into VEO. Google has something called VEO or Flow. She pasted in that. Google AI video generator actually create the video, and boom, the video create itself. I even coach people on using Wisp, which is also another AI tool by Google. And they could actually create the frame, the picture from that AI tool, and then from that frame, they can paste it inside the VEO or Flow to actually have a moving scene. I coach people to do that. They didn't need a camera, no crew, no editor, and of course, she can run her own commercial made at her kitchen table. Now, here's what nobody is telling you. Building the thing is actually easy. Selling it, that is where everyone, I mean everyone, is stuck. So watch how I did it, because I had no email list, no 10,000 followers. As you guys can still see, I do not have 1,000 follower, and no funnel. I did two things. One, I told my friends, because no shame in my game, man. I was trying to make some money. So the first customer are always closer to you than you think, right? So I put one post on Facebook. I post basically something that said, like, if you own a business and you want to run your own ads from home, of course, without paying a camera crew, come to my free webinar and I will show you how. And guess what? People show up. That is the whole marketing plan that I had. One post, and you know what? 35 people actually show up to the Zoom call, because I shared there a Zoom link. 35 people show up. I was honestly shocked, because that told me something I want you to hear. The demand is already out there. People want this. People want this AI thing. You don't need to create the desire. You just need to stand in front of it. And the way I actually collected the money, you probably will ask me this: how do you actually collect the money? Well, it's a simple. It's not the ideal perfect part, like some people have the whole funnel system. I did it. So the way I collected the money is actually simple, right? And it's almost maybe embarrassing, but hey, no shame in my game. I told you guys. So I went on Stripe. I created a product, which is the product I wanted, which is $197 and things like that. So I created the Stripe payment link. That's it. Somebody that wanted my agent, what did they do? They click on that link, they pay my $197, and then in return I send them an email with the exact access link. They click on it, on the agent link, and guess what? It opens up automatically in their ChatGPT. Done. The only requirement that they needed was a paid version of ChatGPT, which is about $20, $19.99. I don't know how much it is now, but it's about $20, right? So, and the agent will work for them just the way it worked for me. The Stripe link, the email, that is the whole business infrastructure I had. Everybody make it so complicated, like, oh, you need to come from the sky. No, I had the Stripe link and the email. You pay, I send you the access. You could set that up yourself today. That is actually pretty easy. So let's get to the webinar part. So the webinar start, 35 people actually showed up, man. And I'm about to find out if any of this is real, right? So I'm about to find out if any of this is real, or if I just wasted a weekend. So I talked for about an hour. I told people about the history of how you can leverage, because my thing was don't fear AI, leverage AI. People were showing up for that. So I showed them the agent. I showed them the copy and paste into VEO. I showed them exactly the finish within that webinar. I showed them from the beginning all the way to end, the exactly step by step, from nothing, made from nothing. We made everything on that live call. And at the end, I dropped my Stripe link, and 2 people bought. 1 hour of work, because you do this whole work, but you present it. You can, if you keep running the webinar, it's 1 hour. The webinar is 1 hour. You do your presentation, you show people how this thing works, and then you sell your product at the end or in the middle. In the middle, I started dropping the product. So now, listen, maybe you are thinking that 2 out of 35, right? That's it? Like, that's all you got? But I want you to understand something that I felt in that specific moment. These are strangers, people who are not my mom, who are not my dad, who are not my family. Some of them that even bought were not actually my friend. They all looked at something that I built and pulled their credit card. If you have never felt that, I can't fully really explain it, because I was like in the sky. It wasn't about the money for me. It was that I built something and people feel the desire to actually pay for it. So it changed what you believe is possible, right? Yes, 2 out of 35 people bought. But the sale that changed how I think about business forever actually didn't happen on the call. The next day, a third person actually contacted me and they say, hey, I want to buy your agent. How do I pay? Why did they wait? My theory is maybe that this, and I think this is a business lesson, they watch other people actually buy it and they actually saw them using it and it was working, and maybe that's why the fact that those people bought and the fact that it was working for them, maybe that is the reason why they contacted me later to go ahead and buy it. Maybe it convinced them. That is called a social proof, right? And it was doing my selling for me while I was asleep, because I did not contact this person. They reached out to me. All three sales together, that is my first $500, man, with AI. 1 hour of presenting, 1 weekend of building. That's it. So $500 an hour. It sales coming in while I was sleeping, right? Because this person reached out to me. And this is where I told you at the beginning, I did a very stupid thing. So this is where the stupid things I actually told you about at the opening began. Because I ran a second webinar. 18 people actually show up. Smaller, but still, it's 18 human, man. Who am I to complain? Because I'm going from zero here. I'm going from scratch. This is 18 people wanting to learn more. And then what could go wrong went wrong on that webinar, right? Because everything broke. My camera wasn't working. My Zoom was like glitching on me like hell. Technical issue the whole way through. The call just like flopped. Nobody bought anything. And you know what I did after that bad day? I'm sure that you probably guess it. So I quit. I just quit, man. I just stopped. No third webinar, no like fixing the camera and try it again. No trying the following week. I had a machine that paid me $500 for like an hour of my time. Proof that stranger will buy. And yet I still walk away from that. I let one bad Zoom call shut the whole thing down. Till today, I actually regret it. That is one thing that I regret, because I play football my whole life and we have a saying, we don't quit. So I didn't quit because the business fell. The business was working. I quit because I got in my feeling, right? You always get in your feeling. So I got in my feeling about one bad night. And I need you to sit with that for a second, right? Because I guarantee some of you have done the exact thing that I did. You probably did something like that in your life. I don't know. But I guarantee some of you guys have. So here's the math, man. Here's the math I ran when I finally got honest with myself. If I had just kept going, one webinar, 1 week, even with the flop mix in it, where will I be right now? Right? Months further, like from where I am right now. Right? I would have been way months further down the road. That is the real cost of quitting. It is like never the one bad night. It is the good night that never got a chance to happen. In football, we had a bad games. We had bad season. You know what nobody did after a bad game or a bad season? Nobody just quit like that, unless I saw one time this guy quitting in the middle of the field. He said he quit his way. But nobody just quit like that. It's sport. You watch the film, you fix what was broken, and you show up the next game. You show up the next day. My camera broke, so what? That is about $20 fix. Right? My mindset broke. That was the expensive part, because I just gave up. The mindset I just abandoned it. So if you take one thing from this video, guys, your first $500 with AI is closer to you than you think. A weekend built, one Facebook post, a Stripe link. But the money is not the hard part. Staying in the game after a bad night, that is the hard part. Setback to comeback. that is not just my slogan. And you guys already know, I keep saying like setback to comeback, setback to comeback, right? That is not just a slogan for me. That is like a whole assignment right now because I'm on a mission. So here's what I'm doing about it, right? Because I am bringing it back. I am bringing the webinar back, the agent back. I'm actually going to show people how to build their own agent. You can also attend my workshop and webinar, and I'm going to put the link because we are going to be running every Saturday starting in the month of August, right? So I'm starting to get you guys prepared so you guys can join and learn something about AI, learn how to make video, learn how to make your website, learn how to make your own application. You don't need to pay a developer anymore. You can do it your own at home. You just need someone to kind of lead the way and show you exactly how it is done. So mark my word, we are starting the webinar again in August. And this time, I am not quitting when camera dies. And this channel is where I am documenting, of course, the whole comeback thing, the real number, the flop, everything that happened will be documented on this channel. So if you want to see exactly how I rebuild this thing step by step, please, I will urge you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and see how you can build your first money-making AI skill as a complete beginner. And see how you too can build your own website, your own AI agent, because we are living in what we call an AI, an agentic area. Agentic just means AI period, right? AI area. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, right? Because that is the next episode. I am going to show you exactly the system I use from picking the idea all the way to getting paid. I am Stephane Nembot, and this is the Blessed One podcast, man. Setback to comeback. I will see you again in the next episode. God bless and peace, as always.